Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're hopping right into these thriftlet projects. These are all spring inspired and super quick and easy. So this first project, I grabbed these cutting boards from the thrift store a really long time ago. I set them aside because I did not know what to do with them until now. So I'm going to start by painting all sides of these cutting boards with Dixie Belle chalk paint. It is the color Fluff. So I am going to do a couple coats on each of these cutting boards so that there is no bleed through and it is a nice white base, especially on one side of them because I'm going to be decoupaging. I am going to try my hand at decoupage again. I am using this rice paper that I have used in the past. I do get it from a vendor where I have a booth space, and I will have a link to their website in the description if you're interested to try it. I really like using the rice paper. I've had a lot more success with that than using other pieces that I've tried. So I do really like this rice paper because it's a little thicker. And I'm going to be trying a method that is new to me. I've seen it before. I believe Cozy Junk Studio is where I saw it, and I really wanted to try it. So what she did was she applied a layer of Mod Podge to the item. So I'm doing that to the one side of this cutting board. I'm going to let that thoroughly dry, and then I'm going to take my decoupage paper, and then I am going to place parchment over top of it, and then I'm going to apply heat. So I'm using my little mini Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can use an iron. Just make sure you don't have any water in it so there's no steam. And I'm just going to apply heat, and I'm going to do that for probably 30 or so seconds, even pressure over top of it. I am going to check to make sure that especially the edges have adhered to the cutting board. And what happens is the heat like reactivates the glue in the Mod Podge, and you do not get any wrinkles. It worked like a charm, and whenever I have a flat surface and I'm going to decoupage, I'm going to be using this method from now on. I have seen other methods with like saran wrap. I just haven't tried those yet. This one so far is an A plus in my book. So once it has cooled, I am then going to sand off the rest of the edges of the decoupage paper so that I have a nice clean edge, and I'm going to make sure that I'm sanding down and not side to side. So for one of the cutting boards, which was the larger one, I decided I wanted to turn it into like a riser. So I grabbed these little round balls that I bought in like an Amazon variety pack like a year or so ago. So I grabbed the small ones, and I'm going to paint them. I believe this is Vintage Duck Egg by Dixie Belle. And once it dries, I'm just going to adhere the feet to the underside of the cutting board using E6000. And once I do that, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it over and apply weight to it so that it has even pressure, so that when it dries, it will be it'll all dry even, and there won't be any rocking back and forth of the cutting board. And then this is done. So I really hope you guys like these. Okay, so this project is probably my favorite. I grabbed this wood frame from an estate sale for $1 or $2, and all that I'm going to do to this piece is I'm taking an 80 grit sandpaper, using my detail sander, and I'm going to sand it down. I'm definitely going to get rid of that top coat that is used to get rid of that shininess, and I want to sand it down enough to where you still see, some of the stain that was used, but I also want some of that natural wood to pop through as well. So once I get it sanded down to my liking, I make sure to get the sides and the back of it as well so that it looks cohesive. So once I get that sanded down how I like, I am going to seal it in using clear wax. I really like the clear wax option for this over doing like a poly because it will definitely, um, as it dries, it will be more of a matte finish versus that shiny, finish that the polyacrylic will use. And the clear wax will darken this up just a little bit, but not too much. And it still looks like it's raw, and I really love the look of this one. So I'm going to be pairing this wood frame with a watercolor that I thrifted a really long time ago. I had it in another frame in my house, but I decided that I wanted to, you know, change my style up a little bit and put this one in my booth. And I thought that it worked really well with this frame. So the only thing that I'm going to do, so this doesn't have any glass with it. It's just this backing. So I am taking the backing and I'm going to use the X-Acto knife to basically resize this watercolor. And then I'm going to pop the watercolor into the frame and then the backing. I do put a hanger on the back of this frame so that whoever buys it, they can hang it up if they want. And I did put this in my booth and it has sold already. So I hope that it went to a wonderful home. I was sad to see it go, but I love this piece. This project is another quick and easy one. I grabbed this from an estate sale. I think I got it for $4 or $5, and I am going to be packing it with some floral foam, and then I'm going to add greenery to it. So I went back and forth on the greenery that I wanted to add, and I ended up settling on lavender. I thought it was really gonna pop, especially with the white base. So these lavender picks I grabbed from Walmart. I really like these picks over the ones from Hobby Lobby. Now I do like the ones from Hobby Lobby, but for the price point, I just really like these. So I grabbed as many as I could when I was there. I don't even remember how many picks I used, but because I cut them up, I didn't use as many as I thought I was going to. So that really helps to cutting up your picks. And then this Spanish moss I grabbed from Walmart as well when I was there. I have not used this Spanish moss from Walmart before, but I really like how it looked. So I'm going to hot glue it in, and then I'm going to slowly start adding the lavender. And I did not put the lavender all the way to the edges of this metal tin or canister or bucket, whatever you want to call it. I wanted it to be I wanted it to be full but not overly full. So I just kept rotating it, spinning it around and adding the picks until I was happy. And then this piece is done. I really hope you guys like this one. And the next project is very similar, but it is with different greenery. So, like I said, this project is very similar to the last one. I grabbed this tin from the same estate sale as the other one. This one is much taller though, and I decided to use lamb's ear as the greenery. So I'm using the same Spanish moss, but this greenery, or yeah, the lamb's ear is also from Walmart, and it's like two picks in one. So I'm going to cut them up just like I did with the lavender and start in the middle and work my way around until I am happy with how this one looks. And I really hope you guys like this one. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like lamb's ear? Do you like lavender? For spring, what kind of florals and greenery do you decorate your home with? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious because I'm still trying to figure out what greenery I want to use in my home for this spring season. Okay, for our last project, we are going to be circling back kind of to our first project. So I got this frame from an estate sale for like $1, maybe 50 cents. And I had this leftover rice paper, square leftover, and I thought it was going to look really pretty in the gold frame. So I am not doing anything to this frame. All that I'm going to do is take the glass out and use it to size my rice paper as well as also printer paper. So I'm using printer paper as backing to the rice paper. So instead of like painting the cardboard or something behind it white or a light color so that the rice paper like pops and is more vibrant, I'm just going to use printer paper and I'm going to glue the rice paper onto the printer paper so that, like I said, it pops, but it also is more sturdy and stable in the frame. I know it has glass on the front and it has that cardboard to like keep it secure, but I just wanted that extra level of thickness with the rice paper. And then this is it. I'm going to pop it back in after I cleaned up the glass, and this one is done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a couple clips of everything staged in my booth. So if you want to stick around for the couple seconds after this, then you are more than welcome to. I really hope that you all enjoyed this video, and let me know your favorites in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for commenting on my videos, for watching my videos, giving them thumbs up. It really helps my channel. I really appreciate it. And I do want to also thank everybody, those that have ordered things from my Etsy page or liked my Etsy page, favorited it. It really helps and it means a lot. So thank you guys so much. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Next week's video is another thriftlet video. So I will see you all next week. Bye guys.